For 10,000 years, the Eye of Terror has spewed its ageless horrors into the galaxy, gnawing at the eternal glories of the Imperium, at the very soul of mankind itself. And for every one of those 10,000 years, the fortress world of Cadia has held the gate closed. An adamantium bastion, granted strength by flesh and bone, and seeded purpose by faith in the Emperor's holy light. But as the darkness grew ever deeper, and the blaze of the Astronomicon guttered like a wind-blown candle, the Eye of Terror pulsed, its baleful energy spilling anew across the stars. With a shriek that echoed through nightmares from Medusa to Ultramar, the Black Fleet slipped its moorings. An endless tide of heretics, traitors, demons, and madmen, whose desperate fealty was given over to a single damned soul. Abaddon the Despoiler, inheritor of the arch-traitor Horus's reviled legacy, the 13th Black Crusade, herald to a fresh age of nightmare, had begun. Stalwart Cadia would be the first to feel its wrath.
A Blackstone fortress! Without our shields, that accursed Hulk will scour Cadia clean.
Repairs to the null array are underway. We require only a matter of days.
The Magos asks for time. I have none to give.
My wolves will buy all that he needs. Alert my battle barge to prepare for my arrival. By the Fang, I'll not die without a fight.
All sections report ready, Lord. The Fireman's Fang stands ready for battle.
At last! Crew of the Firemain's Fang! The Despoiler's jaws clamp tight about Cadia's throat. His Blackstone fortress comes to claim the kill. I say nay. Not while the Sons of Roos have strength to fight. The valiant dead will shield us from the Black Fleet's curse. We will stalk the Will of Eternity from amongst the carcasses of its victims. When our fangs are at its belly, we strike with every boarding torpedo and assault craft at our disposal. We will cripple that Blackstone fortress however we can. Weapons, shields, engines, all Father willing, we will tear out its corrupted heart. I know most of you are not Fenris-born. But today it matters not if you feel the fury of Roos in your veins. It matters not if you hail from Fenris, Mundus Pyra, Cadia, or Marsh. Today we are brothers, bound by one single glorious purpose. We ride into death with the fury of heroes, and by our sacrifice, strike a blow worthy of saga and song!
For the Emperor! For Cadia! Death to the traitors!
The moment arrives! Let the engines roar!
My lord, all spexes have detected a colossal signature at extreme range. It must be the Blackstone Fortress. It's on an inbound heading.
Good. We'll wait in ambush. Bring us about into that asteroid field and cut the drive. Make us look like one more drifting Hulk.
My lord, the Blackstone Fortress is almost upon us.
Hold your nerve. The closer it comes before we reveal ourselves, the greater our chances of success.
Inbound vector shifting. This is as close as we're likely to get. Boarding torpedoes stand ready.
So shall it be. Command of the Fang is yours. Give her a good death.
Hilo, for Roos and the Old Father.
For Roos and the All Father!
Keep firing! Keep firing! Cadia stands! For Roos and...
Sven Bloodhowl, stalwart of a brotherhood famed for their courage. But sometimes, courage is not enough.
Initialization failed. Null array inert. Insufficient power. Insufficient power. Rerouting. Reroute failed. Power surge. Processing. No data. Power building. Null array deploying.
Thus did Cadia earn respite, not through the bravery of Sven Bloodhowl, nor the labors of Magus clan, but through the intercession of a mysterious benefactor. But the respite was short-lived. As the cheers faded, traitor warships blackened the skies. The siege of Cadia Secundus had begun. The forces of the despoiler came in numbers uncounted, but the walls of Casa Kraf held. Even in that darkest of days, the flame of humanity's valor burned bright. With faith burning in their hearts, the defenders held the Chaos Hordes at bay, uncaring of the losses they bore in exchange. But flesh fails and faith flickers. With every bloody moment, Abaddon's forces drew closer to victory.
You've done your part, Admiral. I hereby take command of this engagement. We'll give that Blackstone fortress an opponent worthy of its size.
Will of Eternity in primary weapons range.
Unleash the Phalanx's fury.
The Blackstone Fortress shields are holding. We're barely scratching it.
Keep firing. We'll flay that abomination an inch at a time if we must.
At your order. Victory or death. Captain, the Will of Eternity's shields are down.
Impossible! Confirm.
Confirmed. They're gone.
I'll wager my right hand they have wolves loose in their belly. The fangs of Fenris bite deep. It's our turn now. Main batteries, open fire! Send that cursed hope to hell!
Reactors go critical. The Phalanx will be caught in the blast. The damage.
The Sons of Dawn are too stubborn to die. Why should his regal daughter prove different? Gaze on the Blackstone Fortress's dead conqueror. Gaze, and rejoice for service fulfilled.
Archmagos. Your reputation precedes you, but you choose a bleak time to come to Cadia.
Bleaker than you know. My adepts uncovered pylons on Area 6. They are a perfect match for those present on Cadia, but were reduced to null during the Fourth Black Crusade.
Abaddon. His malice holds greater purpose than we knew.
Agreed. Ruined pylon fields have been discovered on many worlds. All unmade by the Despoiler.
Why? Their heritage is alien, their purpose unknown.
The pylons' forges remain shrouded, known only to the Omnissiah. But their purpose is revealed. They contain the Eye of Terror. If they are destroyed, the Imperium will claim all. The Imperium will be no more. The pylons must be safeguarded. They are our only weapon against the encroachment of chaos. But I need time to study.
Go. Make your studies. May the Emperor guide you.
I mean you no harm.
But you are an abomination.
I prefer honored guest. But abomination or not, you and I have common cause.
Logic dictates otherwise.
Then you don't seek to understand the nature of this matrix.
You comprehend its secrets.
I was there when they first awakened. Or perhaps I wasn't. Memory is such a fickle thing. Neither of us desires to see this galaxy ripped asunder by the Imperial ones. Destroy me if you wish. Nothing will change. For me, for you, for this world.
Show me.
Admiral, this is madness. Entering real space so close to a planet, you'll doom us all.
A good officer commands without doubt, and obeys without question.
Entering real space in 3, 2, 1.
Blessed Emperor, we're in the heart of the fight.
This is Admiral Catalia to Battle Group Silver Dawn. Form up.
Incoming enemy squadrons!
Brace for impact.
We've lost the Purity Blade!
Silver Dawn to Cadian High Command. Where do you need us?
This battle is lost! We must disengage!
Coward. Commissar. Do your duty.
As the Emperor wills. Incoming transmission.
Phalanx to Silver Dawn. This is Commodore Trevaux. Situation critical. Chaos forces have launched a full-scale planet strike. They aim to destroy the pylons of the Elysian fields. They must not succeed. Reinforce the position. The Phalanx will cover your back. Remain vigilant. We have reports that the Despoiler leads the assault. The Emperor protects.
The Emperor protects. Silver Dawn. This is the Admiral. All ahead full.
Auspex readings indicate unusual energy signatures at the Elysian fields.
Explain. I need more. By the Emperor!
On the Sire's grace, this is beyond my experience. Analyzing.
Hurry! What are we looking at?
Analyzing complete. The pylons, the energy beam is repelling the Eye of Terror.
How is that possible? No matter. Our duty remains. Prepare for planet strike.
Incoming transmission. It's the Phalanx.
The despoiler has retreated to the vengeful spirit to lick his wounds. We cannot let this opportunity slip away. All vessels, engage the vengeful spirit. For the salvation of mankind and vengeance long due, we will destroy this abomination once and for all.
This is Admiral Catalia to Battle Group Silver Dawn. We have our orders, and we're closer than anyone else. Today, the arch-traitor dies at our hands. Divert all power to weapons. Load torpedoes. We are the Emperor's fury. We shall not fail. Fire! All weapons!
The vengeful spirit is firing, sustaining hull damage, structural breaches on all decks.
No! No!
Weapon system critical, reactor critical. Fires reported on all decks. We are heavily damaged. Estimated crew loss 65,000.
The vengeful spirit intercepted our torpedoes. No significant damage.
What? What have I done? My pride. My arrogance.
Additional Chaos vessels inbound.
Very well. If that is how this ends. If we are to die, let it be with the Emperor's light in our eyes and his fury in our voice. We fight on! All hands! One last effort before they overwhelm us! Make this count!
Admiral, the enemy are peeling away.
No. You must be mistaken.
Confirmed. They are moving towards the wreckage of the Blackstone Fortress.
What? What are they doing? Vox officer, transmit a wideband message to all forces on Cadia. Tell them to evacuate the planet. Now!
The Imperium of Man. A million worlds scattered across an uncaring galaxy. A million worlds forever under threat from the machinations of cursed traitors and perfidious Xenos. It is an empire consumed by war, by the very battle for survival itself, for there is no peace amongst the stars. The Space Marines, genetically modified warriors who know no fear, spearhead every counter-assault, taking the battle to the heart of the foe. From the smoke-wreathed horror of Adeptus Mechanicus Forge Worlds sail warships of fearsome potency, their weapons blessed by the Machine God, and their crews dedicated to the Omnissiah's holy cause. The Scholar Progenium molds callow flesh into leaders, officers of the Imperial Navy, the greatest fleet ever to span the stars. These heroes dedicate their life to the Imperium's defense, confronting the ceaseless threat of chaos wherever it manifests. The war against the dark gods and their worshippers is the eternal battle for the soul of mankind, for the future of the galaxy itself. It is the forge upon which true heroes are struck and legends tempered. Admiral Spire is one such legend, savior of the Gothic sector, vanquisher of Warmaster Abaddon's 12th Black Crusade. For centuries he has been lost, trapped in the shifting tides of the Imperium, while in pursuit of the hated foe. Such travails would drive an ordinary man to madness, or into the clutches of the very gods he once opposed. But Spire is no ordinary man, and his time is coming once more.
We're out. Praise the Emperor, but I can see the stars again. Receiving distress hymnals. The region's alive with them. According to the timestamps, Admiral, the year. It's 999 M41. We've been lost in the warp for over 800 years. And Cadia, the hymnals report that it's been destroyed, sir. There's a lot of confusion out there, sir. And Admiral, Cadia fell at Abaddon's hand.
Then we are returned not a moment too soon. Navigator, chart a course to the Cadian system. We may be an age too late to join the battle, but revenge is still within our grasp.
Warp engines online. Geller field holding.
This is Admiral Spire to all Imperial vessels. Rally at coordinates 154554. This isn't over.
Admiral, we're showing Imperial vessels engaged with traitor vessels around the ruins of Cadia.
Auspexes show massive damage across all vessels. They cannot endure long.
Then we have arrived at a propitious moment. All ships, prepare to attack.
I am also reading concentrations of plasmic stellozoa in local space. They are highly unstable and will explode on contact.
I recommend we eliminate them before we engage the enemy, Admiral.
Agreed. Let it be so.
So, another deluded worm comes crawling to the wreck of Cadia. There is no more defiance in this place, only death at the War Master's command.
Death there shall be. But at Cadia, the Emperor's will yet prevails.
All enemy vessels have been destroyed, or have fled with tails between their legs.
Then it is a victory. And one well won.
You have my thanks, Admiral. We owe you our lives.
You owe the Emperor your lives, and your service. In his name I will put both to use. Cadia stands.
10,000 years have passed since the galaxy burned in the fires of the Horus heresy. 10 millennia since the greatest of the Emperor's Primarchs fell into the grasp of eternal damnation and tore the galaxy asunder. Horus Lupercal may be dead, his body ashes, and his memory the stuff of a cursed legend. But the wounds he wrought yet gape in the hide of an embattled Imperium. For the battle against chaos knows no end. Many of Horus' servants survived the civil wars, and they have not forgotten their defeat. When the War Master fell, they retreated to the Eye of Terror and waged battle anew. Greatest of these was Abaddon the Despoiler, Horus' greatest living heir. Abaddon took the title of War Master for his own, and embarked upon a long and bloody campaign to succeed where his fallen master had failed. 12 Black Crusades he launched against the Imperium of Man. 12 world-shattering campaigns to forever alter the balance of power. Now, as the millennium draws to a close, a vast armada of traitors slips its moorings as Abaddon launches his 13th and perhaps final strike. As the tide of chaos breaks against the Cadian Gate, the Imperium holds its breath. Faith alone cannot hold back these bleak waters. Only valor will serve.
The Chaos Fleet is dust on the solar winds, my lord.
As it should be. Well done, Admiral. The clarion you have sounded will echo throughout the Eye of Terror. The Imperium reclaims its own.
Repopulation efforts are already underway. The scale of it, it's too much for a single sector.
Indeed, Admiral. Many of the repopulation fleets are heading to Nemesis Tessera, which the Lords of Terror decree shall now fall under your command.
I am humbled by their trust.
Then reward it with triumph, Admiral Spire. Eyes both near and distant watch your actions with great interest. The battle group Silver Dawn is returning to dockyards via Nemesis Tessera. You will protect it.
Of course, my lord.
The Fortress Oubliette of Nemesis Tessera was once the Inquisition's most closely guarded secret. A bastion of knowledge and rigor, and a convocation point for the Imperium's most trusted servants. No more. The onset of the 13th Black Crusade set the world awash with treachery and war. Though Nemesis Tessera's dread secrets were stolen, the world itself endured, thanks to the heroism of the Space Wolves and Inquisitor Ciro. From the doomed hive world of Chimalomus to the seditious penal world of Avara's Gulag, the sector remains crippled by corruption and heresy. Yet in the forsaken fields of the Obsidian Depths, mutation, madness, and all their damned siblings are curiously absent. It is as if the Obsidian Depths border onto something not yet adequately defined, or perhaps waiting to be discovered.
Admiral Spire, it is an honor to finally meet the hero of Schindelgeist. We have arrived at the rendezvous. Or should I say that most of us have. Almost a third of the fleet has yet to make contact.
A high tally. Do you know why?
It is impossible to be certain. The area is full of Auspex shadows and sensor clones.
Ideal conditions for ambush. We must remain vigilant.
We are moving towards the warp point.
Understood. We are monitoring your progress.
They're moving too slow. If someone comes for them, they're done.
We are picking up new signatures nearby.
We have them too, my lord. Bound to be trouble.
Well, no one ever said a naval life was uneventful. Stand to battle stations.
Signal identified. It's an Eldari vessel. Perfidious devils.
Eldari? What do they want with the Silver Dawn?
Admiral Spire, we need your assistance.
Wait. I know those markings.
The region of space now known as the Eye of Terror was once home to the Eldari Empire. A prideful, sensuous people, the Eldari realized too late the perils of excess. The fourth Chaos God, Slaanesh, was born from their debauchery, its coming heralded by a psychic scream that shook real space to its foundations and devastated the Eldari. The Crone Worlds are all that remain of the Eldari's fallen domain. They are blighted planets, consumed by the spreading unreality of the Eye of Terror, and twisted to new and nightmarish realities. Though the Crone Worlds are overrun by the servants of the Dark Gods, the Eldari have not entirely abandoned them. They cannot, for only here can the treasured Spirit Stones be harvested, and thus the souls of the dying be saved from thirsting Slaanesh. Such expeditions are fraught with peril, for there are few more dangerous places amongst the stars. Many who seek the Crone Worlds do not return. The Eldari have never recovered from the horrors of the Fall. They are a fractured, dwindling population on the brink of extinction. Most dwell aboard star-treading craft worlds, honing their peerless minds along the disciplined paths in the hope of staving off the perils of decadence and thus preventing a second, final catastrophe. But not all Eldari can bear the rigidity of craft world life. Some depart their homes, seeking adventure amongst the stars as corsairs. Such lives are fraught with danger, but are also rich with excitement. These outcasts can be found in every corner of the galaxy, blazing a brief but exhilarating trail before madness claims them. The Drakari, too, live outside the structures of the Eldari path. Corrupt and cruel, they keep Slaanesh at bay, not with discipline and spirit stones, but by feasting on the torment of others. Raiders enslave us all, the Drakari are a blight upon the galaxy, as selfish as they are sadistic, as untrustworthy as they are cunning. But in recent days, the barriers between the Eldari factions have begun to crumble, with ever more gathering beneath the banner of one named Ivrain. These Inari keep their beliefs hidden as their intentions. Should they be encountered on the battlefield, caution will serve you well.
What do we have here? Admiral Spire? Many tides have turned since we fought together against the Despoiler.
Would that we had met in better circumstances. Out of regard for those days, I will allow you this opportunity to withdraw.
Impossible. The vessels you protect assailed one of our craft worlds. They shall not escape.
The Silver Dawn attacked a craft world. No matter, I cannot allow you to harm them further.
Then your death will herald theirs, though it gives me no pleasure.
Damage critical! Admiral Catalia, make preparations for war.
Confirmed. What about you? What are you planning?
We'll buy you time to get clear.
You have my thanks.
Brothers have fallen!
The Eldari ships are falling apart, my lord. Looks like there are survivors escaping aboard shuttlecraft.
Leave them be. This was a victory for no one.
You dance as well as I remember, Spire. It makes no difference. Ostara will be avenged.
Why, Voidstinger? Why was this necessary?
Ask your Admiral Drang. Who knows, perhaps we will dance together again.
Once every few centuries is enough.
As the night Iran, Admiral Spire. Until we meet once again.
It seems that the Silver Dawn has successfully departed the region. You have done well.
I did my duty, my lord. Why was I not informed of their mission?
Need I remind you that there are some truths your rank denies you? It was not your concern.
My concern is that the Eldari proved themselves valuable allies in the past.
And foes, too, as I'm sure you are aware. The Agrippina sector lies before you, and the Stellar Fortress, Baleful Night. The battle station is lightly defended, and its destruction will halt the spread of heresy that so plagues this sector. See to it personally, Admiral. Bring Agrippina to justice. Drang out.
As you order, Admiral. Set course for the Ultor system.
One moment, Admiral.
Our orders are clear, Commodore. Or do you question the High Admiral's wisdom?
I would suggest refining that wisdom, my lord. No sense striking until we're prepared. Defeat serves no one.
The Forge World Agrippina itself would have fallen millennia ago, but for its formidable defenses, now bolstered by the Cadian diaspora. Even with Cadia lying in ruins, its scions stand firm beside Agrippina. And it is well that this is so, for the world's technological wonders have proven an irresistible lure to Chaos warpsmiths. The Agrippina sector is a linchpin in the Cadian Gate's defenses, a laboring manufactorum that feeds nearby worlds with weaponry and much-needed munitions. Wealth abounds within its borders, and it supplies the Astra Militarum with many of its finest regiments.
We have the battle station in sight, Admiral. Just where Lord High Admiral Drang said it would be. But the defenses? That can't be right.
I need data, Commodore, not panic.
Sorry, sir. Drang projected light defenses, but there's a whole armada waiting for us.
Confirmed, Admiral. All specs arrays report full and accurate function.
They were warned. There can be no other explanation. It seems we have a fight on our hands.
Telemetry indicates a solar eruption underway, Admiral. It will reach our location in approximately 1 minute.
It'll strip our void shields.
Not just ours. Magos, is there anywhere we can seek cover?
There is a high probability that the asteroid or the gas cloud will provide the protection we seek. That's the last one, Admiral. The conflict zone is ours.
And the battle station?
Inert. I estimate no significant operations have been conducted here in some time.
With every passing moment, this feels more like a trap. At the very least, they knew we'd be coming.
Agreed, Commodore. I'll contact Lord High Admiral Drang. There must be a spy within the Admiralty. I've no doubt Drang knows where to look for him.
Admiral Spire!
Inquisitor Darkhammer. Your reputation precedes you, my lord.
As does yours, Admiral. And not all of it is as flattering as you might wish. Still, these are desperate times, and I have little choice. Lord High Admiral Drang is dead.
Dead? You are certain?
I placed the shot with care. Drang was a traitor, an agent suborned by the thrice-cursed Alpha Legion. He has played us all for fools, and you more than any, Admiral Spire. His command is yours. His rank is yours. I'm sure you will prove your loyalty, one way or the other. High Admiral Spire, I have need of you.
At your command, my Lord Inquisitor.
I have reviewed your record, replete with commendations from heroes such as Commander Dante and Captain Abradal. I cannot help but be disappointed. Your stewardship of the Agrippina sector leaves much to be desired. My agents have uncovered a mountain of false reports. They conceal evidence of Xenos slave raids on isolated outposts and fringe worlds.
No officer under my command would...
Let us hope not. But you will put an end to this travesty at once. Prove yourself worthy of the office entrusted to you. Purge the Xenos from this sector, High Admiral.
High Admiral, Drakari raiders closing on Imperial transport ships.
They're carrying thousands of new workers.
How delicious. One mewling weakling offers himself to another. Do you have a name? Primitive.
This is Lord High Admiral Spire of Battlefleet Gothic. Your predations will not go unpunished.
Such spark, such fire. Burning brief like a candle before the bitter moon. Preen elsewhere, Admiral Spire. Your petty cloak of defiance is poor raiment, unfitting to be worn before your betters.
Degenerate Xenos. It is not my cloak that should concern you, but the lesson in humility I've come to teach.
Or perhaps I should tutor you. Yes, one can never have too many pets. You will tend to the cage well, with proper encouragement.
All ships, loose your claws, seize the freighters, bring their crews to me writhing in torment.
Admiral Spire to Drakari raiders. This is your only warning. Depart empty-handed, or suffer the Imperium's wrath.
What is this? I was promised rich prey herds, unvigiled and ripe for the taking. Find my spy master and have him flayed alive.
I repeat, withdraw now or be obliterated. These are loyal subjects of the Imperium, not your chattels.
Break and attack! Pattern of the Void Serpent! Fill your holds with prisoners, but the Admiral is mine. His scream shall last a lifetime beneath my blade.
Drakari vessels closing.
Commodore, report. Is that the last of them?
Seems so, High Admiral. Always hard to tell with Drakari, but I think so.
Secure from battle stations. The border will be safer, at least for a time.
Reports of Xenos activity have slackened almost to nothing, High Admiral. Perhaps you may yet serve the Emperor's designs.
I am gratified by your praise, Lord Inquisitor.
Some good has come of this, my lords. The affected worlds have raised substantial militias to repel the Xenos. They'll serve as effective auxiliaries if the Despoiler's forces return.
The situation should never have been allowed to arise. See that there is no repeat.
Understood, my lord.
We're receiving a message from the governor of Laurentix of Bellis Corona. Seems like while we were chasing Drakari's slavers, the Despoiler took advantage.
High Admiral Spire!
I wonder what this could be about. Can this wait, my lord? We're moving to reinforce Laurentix.
Ah. Yes. Very good, High Admiral. Carry on. Darkhammer out.
Some days I miss Inquisitor Horst. I wonder whatever became of him.
Bellis Corona is a vital anchorage, serving as the Imperial Navy's primary base in the Segmentum Obscurus. Over the millennia, its importance has only grown, and it now acts as the Imperium's administrative capital for the entire Segmentum. In the prelude of the 13th Black Crusade, the arch-traitor Typhus descended on Bellis Corona, spreading a devastating contagion named in whispers as the Plague of Unbelief. Despite Typhus' assault and the loss of billions of lives, the sector held firm. But in recent days, psychers stationed in Bellis Corona have suffered total collapse. Their minds torn asunder by some strange and terrible shadow moving through the Imperium. This can only bode ill.
Pleases me that Admiral Spire, hero of the Imperium, has come to witness my labor's bounty. I regret that I cannot be there in person, but my plagued apostles will only be too glad to usher you into my grandfather's welcoming embrace.
Your rotten form has clung too long to life. Fear not. We shall bring you the release you so richly deserve.
We all wallow in mortal corruption before long, Admiral. Won't you embrace the gift of entropy?
Allow me to present a gift of my own. Kill the general and bring us about.
Aye, sir. We have multiple unidentified signals inbound on our location.
Reinforcements. My thanks, Admiral, for bringing such a bounty of souls before my apostles' sides.
He thinks they're ours. Magus Crawl. I need those signals deciphered. Now.
Processing. Hi, Admiral. New signals identified as vessels of the Tyranid hive mind.
For preserve us. The Great Devourer.
Tyranids. Here. Where in the blasted hells have they come from? All ships. We have Tyranid vessels inbound. Prepare for new orders.
The Tyranids. The Great Devourer. In all the stars, there has never been a Xenos race more inimical to the survival of mankind. Indeed, they are the bane of all other life. Their origins are but poorly understood. The stuff of rumor and supposition and nightmare. The adepts of Mars believe that a single unknowable consciousness guides the hive fleets about their voracious purpose. This consciousness knows only unquenchable hunger. Hive ships serve as synapse nodes, spreading the influence of the Tyranid hive mind across the stars. Such is the hive mind's suffocating will that the warp is distorted for light years around. Confusion and terror spread before the hive fleets advance, as dreams darken and madness spreads. As the hive fleets advance, the suffocating embrace quenches the Emperor's light and drowns doomed worlds in psychic shadow. But the greatest threat comes from within. Foul creatures known as gene stealers infiltrate unvigilant worlds. A patriarch arises from the population's subverted flesh and projects a psychic beacon to draw the hive fleet ever closer. As the gene stealer cult grows in power, they emerge from the shadows of their benighted world. Civil war rages, shaking the planet asunder. Then the skies darken with spores and the hive fleet's voracious tendrils. The cultists exult at the fulfillment of prophecy and their ascension into the light. Their delusions die with them. There are many hive fleets, each but a facet of the immeasurable Tyranid threat. Leviathan is the greatest, and has wrought ruin on a scale never before witnessed. Though the great rift arising from Cadia's ruin has severed many of Leviathan's tendrils, many more remain. Even now, one is surging towards the Eye of Terror.
Merciful Emperor. A full hive fleet. We're in for a fight now, right enough.
Such is our duty. All ships, we hold the line here. We are touched by the Emperor's light. We shall not retreat. We shall not fail.
That's the last of them, High Admiral. Bless me, but that was close work.
The Imperium shall ever prevail, so long as valiant souls stand in its defense. Never doubt that, Commodore. Magos Kron, I leave it to you to ensure any biological contamination is contained. Not one spore must be allowed to reach Laurentix. Do you understand me?
Confirmed. I shall oversee the cleansing personally. I request permission to stasis seal viable samples for further study back on Agrippina.
Very well, but no risks. And all transports to fly under full quarantine. Inquisitor Darkhammer, I bring grave news from Laurentix.
Be quick about it, High Admiral. All news is grave news.
We have encountered a Tyranid hive fleet. Initial contact suggests a minimal presence, but it's impossible to be certain. We can take no chances.
Understood, High Admiral. I shall monitor the situation. Lord High Admiral Spire.
A pleasure to hear your voice as ever, Inquisitor. How may I serve the Imperium?
One of my agents has been contacted by a Necron turncoat. This individual claims knowledge of dire happenings in the Reznor system.
A Necron traitor? I've never heard of such a thing.
They are rare, but known to those of us who make study of such things. But is he trustworthy? We will only find that out through investigation.
Understood, Inquisitor. I'll dispatch scouts at once. Better still, I'll lead the mission personally.
Chinchar is the mineral heart of the Segmentum Obscurus, feeding the manufactorums of Agrippina and a dozen other sectors. There are few truly colonized planets in this sector, as worlds rich in mineral resource tend towards the inhospitable. The citizens of Chinchar are likely to be slaves or penal workers, living out miserable lives in arid mines or aboard freighters. But for some renegades, there are other options. Reznor, the last resting place of vessels whose fury once shuddered the stars. A world rich in resource for those in need, and fraught with peril besides, for it is not only sunlight that caresses the planet's surface, but the toxic emissions from 1,000 reactors still trapped in decaying orbit.
I am receiving reports from the Reznor explorator teams.
And?
They report a Necron presence at Reznor. All data point to a newly awakened tomb world.
As if we didn't have enough to worry about. I hate those metal devils.
It seems we have a new foe to consider. But we shall prevail, if it is the Emperor's will.
High Admiral, I am receiving a transmission from an unknown source. It is attempting to bypass our protocols.
That's impossible.
Apparently not. Very well. Put it through.
Do I have the pleasure of addressing Lord High Admiral Spire?
I suspect you already know the answer. Just as I assume you're Inquisitor Darkhammer's informant.
Yes. You aspire. That mixture of disapproval and suppressed subservience could belong to no one else.
What do you want?
Only to help. I see you've uncovered the Neferu dynasty. Such devious fellows. They're up to no good.
Such as?
I don't yet know. But if you the sense your reputation suggests you raise Reznor to rubble and allow nothing to escape, we'll speak again, I'm sure.
Well, that was unusual. Can we trust him?
I doubt that very much. But there's trouble brewing at Reznor. I can feel it.
Long ago, before mankind was even a footnote in galactic history, the Necrons ruled the stars. But the march of time and grievous war forced them into hibernation. For 60 million years, they slumbered, untold legions entombed in deathless slumber, waiting for the hour in which their rule would once more shape the galaxy. Now, at long last, that time has arrived. With the coming of Abaddon's Black Crusade, life stirs beneath dead worlds. The mad pharaoh Kefrek rouses the Neferu dynasty to war. Ships of living metal blacken the stars, immune to the perils of an uncaring void, harnessing technology far beyond mankind's grasp. These vessels bestride the stellar wastes of the gods of old, reuniting the sundered worlds of the Neferu in a single glorious purpose. But Kefrek's plans go deeper than mere reconquest. The expansion of Dominion is but one step along the path that will either see him master of all he surveys, or the world's bordering the Eye of Terror reduced to ash.
We have reached Reznor, Lord High Admiral.
Excellent. All vessels, prepare to engage.
I advise caution. There are many asteroids in this area, too many to be a natural phenomenon.
You do not belong in this place, upstart. Leave now, or suffer the wrath of the Neferu at my glorious hand.
Your forays into Imperial space have cost the Emperor dearly. The debt comes due.
Your words are like the droning of scarabs, full of fury but lacking import. I have delivered warning, as protocol demands. The choice is yours.
Your orders, Lord High Admiral.
We proceed.
Test begins. Your upstart vessels are no match for our timeless technology.
We will endure, and we will triumph. The Emperor stands with us.
All is lost!
You have fought well, Admiral. We shall cross swords again, I am sure.
What does he mean again?
Necron vessel is emitting strange energy signatures. I need more data.
The metal devil's trying to flee.
Malkador's teeth. Drazen warned us to let nothing escape. I want that ship destroyed.
Bulkhead's failing!
Necron vessel destroyed, Lord High Admiral.
Good. Amarkan ran us too close. Curse the Xenos and their eldritch technologies.
Shall I deploy the fleet for planetary bombardment?
Proceed, but I want no more surprises. Report anything out of the ordinary.
As you command, Lord High Admiral.
Ah, High Admiral Spire. Returned in triumph and perhaps a little wiser.
Indeed. Why betray your people like this?
My people. They were Nephilim. Little better than you primitives in their way. You've achieved much today. Amakan was their greatest nemesis. It will make things easier. I'm sure we'll speak again.
The plot thickens.
Regretfully, the Tyranid menace will have to wait. An Eldari fleet is moving on Medusa.
The Iron Hands Chapter's planet. It must be dire if the Iron Hands are calling for aid.
They are not. But the Imperium cannot afford Astartes' pride in this hour. You have my authority to intervene. Darkhammer out.
Fortress Medusa. A bastion of Omnissiah's will. A blessed day.
Duty is its own reward, Magos.
A harsh realm of perpetual gloom that breeds a harsh people. With a dark and polluted sky, Medusa's sun rarely reaches the planet's surface. It is a world of highly unstable geology, with earthquakes and volcanic eruptions constantly reshaping the mountains and seas. The world's resources have long been mined to exhaustion, plundered by the Telstarax, an ancient space station that hangs in orbit to this day. Medusa, then, is a world trapped in the past, marred by old wounds and burdened with pride and fading glory. Yet it remains a powerful symbol, and a weighty prize to he who would claim it.
Incursors! Identify yourself, or suffer the wrath of the Iron Hands!
This is Lord High Admiral Spire of the Imperial Navy. In the Emperor's name, we join our strength to yours.
Very well. In the name of the Gorgon, I accept your aid.
How may we be of assistance, Captain?
Our defenses are in ruins following the Despoiler's invasion. What vessels we have left are needed to protect Medusa. You will seek and destroy the Eldari pirates in our name.
Eldari interlopers. This is Lord High Admiral Spire of Battlefleet Gothic. You trespass on a system not your own. Depart, or be annihilated.
We are the children of Aleatok. We tread where our spirits call us, and heed not the clumsy threats of your kind.
I am not in the business of issuing threats I cannot deliver upon.
You primitives. Many voices, but only one impotent refrain.
Very well. If it is proof you require, then you shall have it.
Hail, Lord High Admiral! What ships we could afford stand beside you in battle?
More likely doesn't trust us to get the job done.
Perhaps, but it matters little. You honor us, Captain. We are proud to stand beside the sons of Medusa.
As you should be, Lord High Admiral. Let us hurl these brittle Xenos into the void.
The last of the Eldari vessels is destroyed. Medusa once again belongs only to the Emperor's servants.
Securing from battle stations. We have carried the day. You see, Commodore? Xenos trickery is nothing to Imperial might.
And I am glad of it.
The clans salute you, High Admiral. You have our gratitude.
You honor our service, Captain. Lord Inquisitor, the Eldari have been repelled. Medusa is secured.
Acceptable, Admiral. Most acceptable. But we have allowed the Xenos to distract us for too long. By one means or another, the Eldari must be reckoned with and the Black Fleet destroyed. These tasks are now your sole concern.
I do not take your meaning.
I have been recalled to Terra. Some trifle about the unexpected death of a colleague, one in which I might have played a small role. She was a traitor, a consorter with foul Xenos, but that hardly matters. My peers wish a discussion. I entrust the defense of the Aegis Ocularis to you. Do not give me cause for regret.
My life is service, Lord Inquisitor.
Yes. Well, I suppose we'll see, won't we?
We are receiving reports that orcs are hunting space titans in the Harvest system.
Leave them to it. Filthy beasts belong together.
No, it won't stop there. We should eliminate the Greenskin menace while we can. If some of their numbers are on the hunt, they will be vulnerable. We'll take advantage of that.
As you command, sir.
With warp storms rendering astropathic communications erratic, Segmentum Obscura's High Command continued experiencing difficulty coordinating its forces. Imperial commanders were advised that communications received from distant sources were not to be trusted. Scattered reports indicated that, in addition to Chaos incursions, Scarus nurtured an increasing greenskin menace. Eventually, High Command took this threat seriously. They acted too late. What would become known as the Green Crusade had grown from a few scattered and disorganized tribes to a mighty war that threatened to overwhelm the Imperium's embattled holdings. With the capture of Forge World Mordax Prime, the Green Crusade's momentum redoubled. Survivors from the rechristened Mordaka Prime report seeing hundreds of Gargants being fashioned from the debris, and skies thick with the choking black smoke of Orc cruisers. It can only be a matter of time before other worlds share Mordax's fate. Orcs are amongst the deadliest of the Xenos races. Multitudinous, belligerent, and possessed of brutal cunning, they spread across the stars like a green tide. Even in the war-riven sectors around the Eye of Terror, forever beset by chaos, they rank amongst the greatest threats. As battle raged between the Imperium and the dread forces of chaos, the Orcs gained a foothold upon ravaged worlds, using them as staging areas from which they could slingshot deeper into Imperial territory. Orc technology is ramshackle, but terrifyingly effective, combining mismatched components, scavenged gear, and intuitive leaps to forge weapon systems whose inner workings baffle the most experienced of the Imperium's adepts, but lack for nothing in sheer unbridled firepower. In much the same way, an Orc warlord can take a multitude of squabbling clans and forge them into an unstoppable army. Such a war has the sheer unbridled might necessary to conquer the stars themselves, leaving naught but rubble in its wake. As its momentum grows, so do its numbers grow, swollen by green skins drawn to the promise of bloodlust, teeth, and loot.
Looks like we got some Ubix nearby. Come stealing more fishies, I reckon.
We come to slaughter you, brute. Nothing more.
Liar! You want the fishies? Well, you ain't gonna get them. Bring us a bear, lads. Make with the Dakar.
What are those things, High Admiral?
I can't say for certain, Commodore. The tides of space house many strange sights.
Data repositorium indicates they are classified as void whales. Data is also inconclusive beyond the name.
I wonder why the orcs want them.
My fishes! Get your thieving hands off them, you rats!
Dead. Well struck, my lord. That was a thunderous blow.
The omens crump one of my fishes! Drive them off so we can smuggle its guts!
This makes no sense. The creature's innards are driven by radiation. Inedible, even to orcs.
They will serve some purpose, have no doubt. Orcs do nothing without purpose, however strange it may seem to us.
Vessel screens!
Greenskin fleet has been destroyed, High Admiral.
Acknowledged. There is a mystery here. What did those orcs want with these creatures, and why?
Who can say? There's no predicting a greenskin. At least this won't trouble anyone else.